Alright, good day guys, and welcome to Brother Money FX. In this video I just want to be teaching you how to use confirmation entries for your entries so that you stop taking random trades and you stop taking unnecessary losses. Now I want this video to be very short and precise, so I'll be going very straight to the point. Now whenever I open my chart, I always start my analysis with a top-down analysis from the daily time frame. And unlike many of you who zoom out your charts from 1982, 1952, 1960, mapping out what you don't even need, well, I don't trade that way. All I need is what the market is doing on the current daily leg of market structure. So now if you come to the daily time frame of GBP USD, this is it. You will see that GBP USD is clearly bullish. We can establish that GBP USD is clearly bullish because it's trending up. So once I've established that GBP USD is bullish, I want to drop down to a more smaller time frame, like the 4 hour on the 1 hour time frame, to see the bullish leg of market and the last break of structure that happened, so that I can take my trade. So if I go down to let me say the 2 hour time frame, let me go down to the 2 hour time frame. I want to look for the most recent break of structure that happened. I want to look for the most recent break of structure that happened on the 2 hour time frame. The daily time frame has established to me that we are clearly bullish, right? And let us start this way. Let us map it out this way. From here, we had a break of structure. We had this break of structure here. And where is the origin that caused this particular break of structure? This is the origin, and price never returned to this POI to continue the bullish trend. Ideally, we would have wanted to see market return back to this place before it continue pushing to the upside, but we didn't see that. Then we now got another break of structure. Now this is the time I want to drop down to the 1 hour time frame to see this clearly. On the 1 hour time frame, price did not return to this POI. Rather, it created another break of structure to the upside. Now, where is that break of structure to the upside that market created? This is it. Market created another break of structure at this point. So now this is the last break of structure that happened on GBP USD last week Friday. And most SMC traders, this is what you will do normally. After you've seen this break of structure that happened here, you will now be looking out for the POI that caused that break of structure, and this will be the POI. This will be the POI, and then this is what normal SMC traders will do. Let me delete my chart. Let my chart be clear. Now this is what most SMC traders will do. They will map out the order block that caused this break of structure here. They will map out the order block and wait for price to return to that order block, so that they will continue pushing the market to the upside. Now, where is the order block that caused this last break of structure? Clearly, it is here. This is the order block that caused the last break of structure. Can you see it now? This is the last order block. This is the last order block that caused the last break of structure to the upside. So what most of you will do is that you will not carry your long. You will not set a buy here. You will set a buy here. Keep your stop loss slightly below this order block, of course, that caused the last break of structure. This is what most of you will do. You now keep your longs slightly below this other block that caused the last break of structure to the upside. And where will you be targeting? you will now be targeting the swing high. That's this point here. This is what most of you will do. This is what most of you will do, especially SMC traders, because we've established this break of structure has happened here. You map out the other block that caused this break of structure, and you position for a buy here and keep your SL slightly below this last swing low that caused this break of structure to the upside. But now this is what happened. Once you set your limit buy order, you can see that market came back. Market came, got to their POI, and what did they do? Took them out. And what happened after taking them out? He still decided what? To buy aggressively. It came, took them out, and buy, because I know nobody will be keeping an SL, and none of you will keep an SL this big that can accommodate what happened here. Can we see what happened here? What happened here was almost if you not keep your SL like almost 30 pips, you would have been out of the market, and you will not even have a good risk to reward. So this is what you want to learn confirmation entry for, in order to avoid all these unnecessary losses. But people that waited for confirmation, let us see how they were able to navigate this market and make the most out of it. So let me delete this. If you learn this thing and you understand it very well, I'm telling you, your trading game is going to change forever. Your trading game is going to change forever. You will not be taking unnecessary losses anymore. Now, when price got to this last order block that caused a break of structure to the upside, people that use confirmation, they will not enter. They will not enter this trade. What they will be waiting for is to see a change of character, a change in state of delivery, to prove or to tell or to communicate to them that this market is truly bullish and ready to sell. And that is when they will start positioning for any buy. Now let us jump to the 15 minutes time frame to read the structure clearly, and let me show you how you can get this confirmation before you can enter a trade. The entire idea of confirmation entry is that market was pulling back from this swing high. It got to this zone. You want to be sure that market has changed its current leg, even though we know overall it is bullish, but currently it was dropping down, it was selling, and it came to your POI. You want to see this market come to your POI and change character from selling to buying. Then you know that okay, this market is truly ready to buy. That is now when you will jump in. Not that you will assume that because the general trend of the market is bullish, therefore if market comes to that other block, it should respect it and continue to buy. Yes, it can respect it most of the times, but what if you decide to manipulate around that POI, or decide to give a liquidity sweep, or do some kind of crazy manipulations that all these big institutions used to initiate before moving your direction? You would have gotten stopped out already before the market start moving in your direction, and you don't want to be that trader, because it's very painful for the market to stop you out and still move in your direction. Now let's jump down to the 15 minutes time frame. Let me show you what it is all about. I don't want this video to be too long, because I just want to show you this very quickly. Now on the 15 minutes time frame, this is it. Let me zoom out clearly so that you see. On the 15 minutes time frame, this is it. Please follow me attentively. Watch this attentively. Now this is what happened on the 15 minutes time frame. Market got to our POI, pushed back a little bit as if it was about to start buying, then came down, came back here, then create a break of structure to the downside. Now let me say something here. This is where many traders also get it wrong again. Many traders, after this guy created this break of structure to the upside, let me map it out. This is the break of structure that was created here to the downside on a 15 minutes time frame. What will many traders do? Many traders will now say that this market is now bearish. Are you seeing it now? Let me delete this so that you see it clearly. Let me zoom out. I want you to really understand this. Because of this break of structure to the downside that happened on a 15 minutes time frame here. Most SMC traders will call this a breaker block. That means their order block is invalidated and we're no longer ready to buy again. We are about to start selling. That's why I used to say that don't just stick to your strategy alone, stick to market structure. Whatever strategy that you are using that does not align with market structure, you are going to be stressing yourself and you're going to be losing so much money, unnecessary losses. Now, many traders will not say that we are now bearish, and what would they do? They will now position at the order block that caused the last break of structure to the downside here. They will now say that they want to now start selling. They will say that they want to start selling. Let me give this a color so that it will be clear. They will now say that they want to start selling. And what will they do? They will now set their short icon here and keep their SS slightly above the swing high, and they'll be targeting maybe a 1:2 or a 1:3. And what did we see here? Market came and still took them out. Can you now see why you need confirmation entry? People that try to buy, market took them out. People that are not trying to sell because they felt the market structure is now bearish, market has also taken them out. 2 losses in a row. Why? Because you don't understand confirmation entry. Now, like I promised you guys, I don't want this video to be lengthy. Now let me go straight to the point. Let me now show you what the confirmation entry now looks like. Let me delete this. Now, after I've established that okay, this is the last break of structure to the downside that just happened, before I will now say I want to buy, I will now ask myself, where is the swing high of this last break of structure to the downside that happened? Where is the swing high? Then this is the swing high. This is the swing high. Let me map it out like this. I will use a blue color to identify it. Now, before I will say I want to buy this market, I want the market to come and take out this swing high. This swing high. If market does not take out this swing high and it creates another break of structure to the downside after this one it created, then I'll start looking for sells, because it has established that it is now fully bearish. But if it doesn't, I want to wait for market to come and take out this swing high. This is the last swing high that caused this last break of structure to the downside. I will wait for market to come and take out this swing high. Please pay attention attentively. Okay, now this is what we now saw after the break of structure to the downside happened. Market came back to this, came from here, came back to retest the swing high, was unable to break it, came down again, then it now broke above the swing high. Now let me give this a yellow color, or let me give it let me just leave it as a black color. Now, the moment I saw this, the moment you see this market has confirmed to you that it is no longer what? It is no longer bearish. It is now bullish. Because if this market wanted to continue selling, what you want to see is that you want to see market come from this zone, tap into this zone here, and continue selling. This is what you want to see. Let me delete all of these things again to make this chart clearer. Remember, when market got to our POI, this was the last order block that was created. If this sell was to continue selling, the market would have come from here, tap into this POI, and what? And continue selling. Tap into this POI and continue selling to the downside. This is what we would have been expecting. I don't know if you are understanding this. This is very, very easy if you pay attention. Market was supposed to tap into this place and continue selling, but what we do now see, we now saw that market came, tested the swing high, returned back as if it was about to start selling, and people that jump into this sell now will be excited that they are already in profit. And then what now happened? Now came back and what? And took out that swing high. This is the confirmation that you are looking for. What just happened here has proven to you that market is now what? Market is now bullish. So what do you want to do? You now want to map out the order block that caused this particular change in state of delivery. Now let me delete this one now so that we'll see it clearly. Now, where is the order block that caused this last change in state of delivery? Where is the order block? This is the order block now. This is it here. This is the order block. This is the order block. So this is the order block that caused the last change of character now. Because don't forget, market was what? Market was supposed to continue buying from this point, but it came and took out people that we are buying, and also came and also took out people that what we are selling, because some people will not say that okay, this market is now bearish, the position for a sell here, and market came and what took them out, and then it now did not sell, but rather it now changed character. It closed above this swing high, the last swing high that caused this last break of structure to the downside on a 15 minutes time frame. The moment this market came and closed above this swing high, that is your confirmation. That is your confirmation. You are not looking for anything else again. Your own is to look for the order block that caused this change of character, and you position for a what? For a buy. As simple as that. Now that is how we got this trade on GBP USD. Now let me show you. The moment I saw this, I map out the last break, the POI that caused this change of character, and this is now where I will now set my longs. Set my longs and keep my SL below this low. Do you understand it now? Then where will I target? I can target a 1:2 or a 1:3 depending on what you want to target. Let me now take this back to the 1 hour time frame. Now can you now see? This is now what happened. Target the swing high, because I know that after this change of character that we have, market has to come and what? Market has to come and take out this swing, the next swing high, if this market is going to continue to be what? To be bullish, and that would be my take profit target. And this is how we got this trade on GBP USD on the what? On the 14th of August. For those of you that will be watching this video later on the 14th of August, this is how we got this video. This is how we got this setup on the 14th of August 2026, just in case you might want to go to your chart and go and check it out. This is how we got this setup. Very sweet and easy setup. The moment we saw our change of character, we map out the order block. Let me take this back to the 15 minutes time frame again to do a recap. Now this is how we got this setup. So this is it. Market was what? Generally bullish, and then we came to wait for a confirmation. Market got to this place, tried to sell but did not sell, but closed above the swing high, and that is my confirmation that the market is now what? Bullish. And after I saw this change of character, I map out my order block. I map out my order block that caused this change of character, and that is where I want to start buying from. And that is how we got this sweet trade, very sweet trade on GBP USD. It's the same thing that applies to Euro USD. Okay, maybe in another video maybe henceforth I will be doing more videos on confirmation entries so that you will get to understand it perfectly. And this is how we got this trade. How many risk to reward? One risk to reward ratio, almost 3 risk to reward ratio. So this was a very good trade on GBP USD, and this is how to use confirmation entry. If you don't understand, please drop your questions in the comment section, or you can DM me on Telegram. You can join my Telegram channel via the description box. I'll be dropping the link in the description box or in the comment section. Just go and tap the link, join my Telegram channel. We'll be sharing setups and we'll be sharing more insight about the market and how to trade confirmation entries. But before I will end this video, one thing I want you to know is that confirmation entries is not easy. Why? Because it requires a lot of patience. While other people will be rushing to take trades, you will have to be waiting patiently. You will have to be calm. You have to be so calm, patient enough, waiting patiently for you to see that change of character, to confirm that the market has changed leg of movement, from either bullish to bearish or from bearish to bullish, before you now start looking for your POI. That is why many traders cannot trade confirmation entry. I hope you saw the example I gave you guys earlier on, where many people that tried to buy from here would have gotten stopped out already, and people that try to sell again would have also gotten stopped out already again. So this is why you need confirmation entry if you really want to go far in this industry. So thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Brother Manny FX, and I'm here to give more values on forex trading and to guide beginners to profitability. Do well to join my Telegram channel if you want to stay in touch with my content or with the values that I give. If this video was helpful to you, do well to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on notification bell so that whenever I post videos update like this, you will always be the first to get them. Thank you, and I love you.